Hi, I'm Shelby Melissa, and I wanted to go over the Tarot Delphi. It's a full tarot deck. I got mine on Kickstarter, but you can get it off of the Tarot Delphi website, which I will link down below. That way you can click it at your leisure. So I'm going to go ahead and read the back for you real quick. It says, Tarot Delphi is a fine art tarot deck curated with pre-Raphaelite, symbolist, aesthetic, academic, and neoclassical art from Victorian and Edwardian eras. I will probably refer to this as classical art. It's obviously not. That's just, I'm not an art major or anything, so I tend to refer to it that way. But just so you know, it's not really what it is. It is a pretty hard case deck, so you can throw it in your purse or whatever, take it with you when you go. So again, that's pretty hard. With the deck comes a nice little booklet, handy dandy notebook. So inside it'll list the, unfortunately there's no pictures, but it'll list the card, the artwork, so the name of the painting, the year it was painted in or created, and then the artist. So for Devotee of Coins, we have An Offering to Venus, 1912, John William Godward. So you can kind of get an idea of that. It may help you in forming associations and that kind of things with the cards. There is a little snippet about, usually kind of about the artwork or something related. So this one goes on to talk about Venus and how that plays a role in this card. And then there are, in italics, little one-word kind of associations for you to make with the cards, just kind of help you out. And then I wanted to kind of go over next the cards themselves. The borders are the backs are really nice, and then the borders, which is really one I want to talk about, are kind of different depending on the card. So we have the Garden, which is the world, and it's kind of got this round focus on it. And then here we have the Hero Wands and the Artisan Coins, and you can see that their borders are different sizes. I'm not 100% sure why this is, but my assumption is that it's because, well, paintings are made in different sizes. There's other things kind of going around in the painting, so it may have been like a cut snippet of it. And if you try to expand, say, Artisan the Coins, he'll look kind of wonky if we expand him too much this way, and it'll get distorted. So that's why I think that is. And then the other thing about this deck is there are 2 Empress cards. So we have, here's your kind of classic Empress, kind of a Rider Waite Empress. It's very fertility, kind of relaxing, hanging out. You typically see her sitting in a garden or a field. Here we have her with a bunch of flowers, and those are flowers on the tree there. The other thing I want to point out is this deck has a lot of boobs, like a lot of boobs, and butts, and I believe there are some penises too. So if, you know, in classical art they tend to be nude, so if that's not your thing, just be aware that's in the deck. And then we have the Empress, the other one. And I like this one a little bit better. She's more of a counterpart to the Emperor, kind of equal in her own way, sort of thing. I like to think of her as she was a great leader and she rose to power in that sense, rather than like it was almost gifted upon her. She's not like a typical Empress female kind of association. It's more like she was taking the power rather than like it was kind of placed upon her, in my interpretation. So I also wanted to go over a couple cards that I liked. I kind of liked this one. It's mainly because of what it is. The One Torn Asunder. So basically some of the names of the cards don't follow the typical tarot standard names. So like the Garden was the world, that kind of thing. We have our artisans and, well, devotees instead of like your and heroes. and that sort of thing, instead of like your queen, king, knight, page, or knave kind of thing. They're a little bit different, which is fine. It's pretty easy to follow once you figure it out. I had to go look through the book to figure out, oh, okay, this is the order it goes in, since the deck was not pre-ordered, essentially, when I got it. And then another one I like is Strength. This is Cersei, and she's got a bunch of lions and other sorts of like wild animals laying around her. So instead of Strength, where they're like prying the jaws open of the lion, or like kind of wrestling with it, she's just kind of taking her time and like, hey, these are my animals, and the animals are just kind of like tame and laying around. So she's more like, it's strength in a little bit different way than like physical strength. It's almost like a strength of a person, like an inside kind of thing, if that makes sense. And then I also have picked out the High Priestess, which is the tarot at Delphi. So this is kind of the namesake for the deck itself. And I like this in a sense where she's not, I don't know, it goes more into like the tuition or the intuition and the oracle kind of aspect of the High Priestess, rather than some of the other things that she's normally associated with. So, but that is the Tarot Delphi deck. So, this is my second attempt at uploading this video, because the other one only works very well with audio on headsets, which I had recorded it with a headset, so that kind of makes sense. So here's hoping. And again, you got my cell phone going off in this one, so awesome. I have to be going to class soon, so, but this is a really nice deck. I like it. It's just learning to read with it. It is a little bit different in the associations and that kind of thing, but so you know, that's what it is. I believe the retail price for this is US 35, Canada 38, because it's red on the back, which is backwards. Okay, I'm spelled backwards. So, but that's what it is, and hopefully this video goes a lot better audio-wise than the other one. And I apologize if there's a lot of background noise. I live on a corner, so we got train right at the intersection, as well as two streets kind of connecting. And then in my apartment, we also have the air and that kind of stuff in a closet next to the bathroom. So there's a lot of noise. So hopefully this one goes a lot better though. So thanks again for watching attempt number 2. And hopefully I'll see you again soon.